Hello all, welcome to part 15 of Kubernetes Made Easy tutorial. In this session, I'm going to explain and practically demonstrate how to set up Selenium Grid on Kubernetes. And thereafter, I'll show you how to run Selenium Automation Scripts on this Kubernetes cluster. So let's get started. First of all, what is Kubernetes? The previous sessions of this series have already covered and explained Kubernetes in a detailed manner. But let me explain this Kubernetes in a simplest way now. Kubernetes, in simple terms, is a container management tool which manages a group of containers. Okay, it's a container management tool which manages a group, that is a cluster of containers. Now, let me explain the advantages, the different advantages or benefits of setting up Selenium Grid on Kubernetes. On setting up Selenium Grid on Kubernetes, we will get the below benefits like we'll get the scalable containers, we'll get the self-healing containers, we'll get, we don't have to maintain much guys, okay, because Kubernetes will manage all the containers, so less maintenance will be there, okay, and better utilized containers, okay. So, so traffic and load will be better utilized and diverted to the proper containers. Everything will be managed by Kubernetes guys. We don't have to worry anything about, okay. Simply on setting up Selenium Grid on Kubernetes, Kubernetes will take care of all the containers, right? Will make the container scalable and self-healing containers will be there, okay, which you know they will not okay, they will repair themselves and be available all the time. Then less maintenance, okay, we don't have to maintain much because Kubernetes maintains them. Then better utilized, okay, so our scripts will be optimized way they will be running, okay, our scripts will be running on a optimized way on these containers because they will be better utilized and high available containers, okay, all the time the containers will be available guys, they will not go down. So these are the several benefits we get by setting up Selenium Grid on Kubernetes. Now let me show you how the architecture looks like after setting up Selenium Grid on Kubernetes. Okay, on setting up Selenium Grid on Kubernetes, this is how it looks like. Okay, the architecture will look like this. Let me reduce the size so that you can see. Okay, fine, guys. So this is the thing, guys. Okay, so as you can see, so all these things I've already covered in the previous sessions, guys. Okay, while explaining the Kubernetes, right? Explained what is a master. Okay, what is a, right, what is a master and worker node, all these things I explained. Okay, so here we have the master which have the components like scheduler, API server, control manager, and CD, which is a open source database here. Okay, API server takes care of the communication. Okay, scheduler schedules the pods onto the appropriate nodes and all like that. Okay, so controller manager will take check whether all the containers are running, are available all the time. Okay, correct number of containers are there, like that many things are there. Okay, these are the components of master in simplest fashion. And here guys, so what we do in this Kubernetes is, okay, we will deploy Selenium Hub first. Okay, so first we will deploy the Selenium Hub on this Kubernetes. Okay, so once we deploy the Selenium Hub on this Kubernetes, you see Selenium Hub will be running on a particular pod guys. Okay, inside a container of the pod, Selenium Hub will be running. You see here the Selenium Hub is there. This is one of the worker node. One of the worker node will be assigned to the Selenium Hub, and Selenium Hub will be running on the container which is there inside this pod. Okay, so this is what happens, guys. Okay, again, next thing is, and we have to also deploy something known as Kubernetes service, guys. Okay, we have to deploy something known as Kubernetes service. Okay, which also runs on another worker node or whatever it is. And what is the use of this service? For connecting the nodes to this hub. Okay, in the Kubernetes cluster, for connecting the this Chrome node, Firefox node, okay, where that automation scripts have to run. This is the hub, right? So this container will be treated as a hub, whereas these containers will be treated as nodes in the Selenium Grid. Okay, so for this containers to get connected to this hub, okay, for these nodes to get connected to the hub, we need to deploy something known as, in this Kubernetes architecture, we need to deploy something known as Kubernetes service. Via the Kubernetes service only, these nodes will be connected to the hub. That's where the Selenium Grid will be set up. Okay, done. So that means once we deploy this Selenium Hub on this Kubernetes cluster, and also after we deploy this Kubernetes service on the Kubernetes cluster, and thereafter we need to deploy, okay, thereafter we need to deploy the respective Selenium Chrome nodes, and Selenium Firefox, okay, containers, okay, containers containing the Selenium Chrome and Selenium Firefox or any other browsers we need to deploy. Okay, these are the nodes, guys. Okay, this is the hub, these are the nodes, the Selenium Grid. So we have to deploy everything and along with the service. So without service, nodes will not be connected to the hub. So Selenium Grid setup will not be formed without service. So that's why first deploy the Selenium hub, thereafter deploy the Kubernetes service, thereafter deploy the nodes, worker nodes. Okay, so Selenium Grid nodes, that is Selenium Chrome and Selenium Firefox. This is one of the container for Selenium Firefox. This is another container for Selenium Chrome. Like that, you can deploy. Fine. Now the master will manage all these worker nodes. Okay, there are two worker nodes here. When one worker node hub is there, and in another worker node this okay. So Selenium Grid nodes are there. Selenium Grid nodes are there. Okay. So master will manage all these things for us. Okay, and they are scalable, self-healing. All the advantages are there, right? They're available all the time. So less maintainable, better utilized. Everything master will take care of for worker nodes. It will assign the task properly and manage all the stuff. Okay, fine. So this is architecture, how it looks like after setting up Selenium Grid on Kubernetes. Okay, now let's go without wasting any more time, guys. This theory is over, guys. Okay, this is all about the theory now. But let's do a practical demonstration. Okay, so how to set up Selenium Grid on Kubernetes. For that, this is the practical steps, guys. We have to follow them one by one. So there is one prerequisite for this, guys. Okay, before I start explaining this, there is a prerequisite. The prerequisite is covered in the previous session, guys. In the earlier session of this particular series, so this is the part 14, part 15, right? Okay, this is a part 15 of Kubernetes Made Easy tutorial series. The part 14, guys. In the part 14, that is the previous session of this series, already explained how to install Minikube, kubectl, and Docker softwares, which are required for this demonstration. Okay, for setting up Selenium Grid on Kubernetes, Minikube, kubectl, and Docker need to be installed in your machine. Okay, in your machine, Minikube, kubectl, and Docker should be installed and be ready as explained in the previous session. Okay, so watch the previous session and get these things ready before coming here, guys. Okay, that's the prerequisite, guys. Now, assuming that you have installed Minikube, kubectl, and Docker as explained in the previous session, okay, I'll start the practical demonstration of setting up Selenium Grid on Kubernetes cluster now. First, we have to start the Minikube. How to start the Minikube, guys? For that, I need to open the command prompt. Okay, open the command prompt. Simply type in the Windows search, type CMD. You'll get this command prompt. In the command prompt, type Minikube followed by start. Okay, this will start the Minikube. So after the Minikube is installed, then only we can start it, guys. Okay, the first step is a prerequisite, which is explained already in the previous session. So it will take a while, guys. It will take a while to start the Minikube. If any things are required, it will download. Okay, it will create the containers and all those stuff. Okay, you see, it's pulling some images. Okay, some images required, creating Docker container. It's creating some containers out of these images and all. So it will take a while. Okay, I'll pause and resume the video just to save your time. Now it's preparing the Kubernetes. It will also take some time. You see, it's doing something here. Let me pause and resume again. Yeah, it's done, guys. Okay, now we have the Minikube started. So what next? After starting the Minikube, what we have to do next? Second thing is, let's check the Kubernetes dashboard. Okay, let's check the Kubernetes dashboard, guys. We have to type this command. The problem here is this command will not work if you run this in a normal command prompt. You have to open this command prompt in administration mode. Then only this command is going to work. If I directly run this command here in this normally opened command prompt, right, it will not open the dashboard. Okay, so for that, guys, simply say CMD, and while the command prompt app is displayed here, right click on this and run as administrator. Okay, then only this command is going to work. Open this command prompt as an administrator. Okay, user access control dialog came. I'm just selecting yes. You see, this is a command that has been now opened in the admin mode. Okay, administration mode. Now if you run this command, it will work, otherwise it will not work. Okay, so let's type this command Minikube followed by dashboard. Okay, Minikube followed by dashboard. Press enter. It will open the dashboard for us. Kubernetes dashboard will be displayed, guys, in a while. Let's wait. Not take much time, so we can wait here. Launching proxy, verifying the proxy health. Okay, that's okay. So in a while, the dashboard will be opened for us. So this is the administration mode, guys. This is a normal mode. You see normal command prompt is there, but in this command prompt, you see administrator is there. Okay. That means this command prompt has been opened in the administration mode. Fine. Let's wait for some more time for it to trigger that and open the Kubernetes dashboard in the browser. It's still verifying the proxy health somehow. So I will close this, guys. Again, I will open. Okay. Because it's taking time. So again, I will open this in administrator mode. Sometimes it happens. Okay. So it's not opening, just open it again. Command prompt in the administrator mode and say Minikube dashboard. It won't take much time, guys. If it's taking time, simply restart this command prompt again in the administrator mode. And let's see how much time it will take this time. You see, it's directly opening, right? Last time it was taking time. So I just simply restarted the command prompt in the administrator mode. And this is a Kubernetes dashboard, guys. This is a Kubernetes dashboard. You see, there is nothing to display here because we have not deployed anything or so, right? We have not deployed the Selenium hub, or we have not deployed the Selenium grid nodes, whatever it is. Nothing got deployed here. So workloads is 0 and all those stuff are there. You can see the state prod pods. You see, there are no pods, right? There are no pods and nothing. Okay, just click on the nodes. You see one node is there, right? That is Minikube. Minikube is running here, right? So in there is one node known as Minikube. So Minikube is running in that particular node. Okay, so fine. So this is what is the use of the Kubernetes dashboard, guys. Okay, you can see what is going on. Okay, on the Kubernetes cluster here. At this moment, there is nothing to display here, and there are no parts, but there is one Minikube node. And also, you can see one more thing. Just open this Docker desktop software, guys. Docker desktop software. You can see the something there also. Okay, the Docker software also. When you launch the Docker software, you can see the Minikube running in the Docker software. Okay, whatever the Minikube that is running here, right? That you can even see in the Docker software. So just close this. That is a tip. Okay. You see here, guys, container. Some container is already running. Minikube container is already running. The to run this container already in my machine, when I have simply stated Minikube start, right? Okay, the Docker image for this Minikube has been downloaded, and also the container for the Minikube is already running. Okay, this is what you can see. This is the current status, guys. Okay, before I deployed the Selenium hub and then Selenium nodes, grid nodes. Okay, onto this Kubernetes. That is the current status. Okay, we don't have anything here. Fine. Now let's deploy, guys. Now let's deploy the Selenium hub on Kubernetes pod. Okay, so how to deploy the Selenium hub? So for that, this is a command, guys. Okay, so from where I got this command, I'll tell you. So in the Google, search for Selenium. Okay, search for Selenium, say Docker, and say GitHub like this. Okay, just three terms: Selenium, Docker, GitHub like that. You will get this GitHub link for Docker Selenium. Click on that, and yeah, you'll be taken to this page. Scroll down until you see something known as deploying to Kubernetes kind of thing. Okay, just keep on scrolling until you see deploying to Kubernetes. So yeah, deploying to Kubernetes. Okay, this is the section you have to go. And in this section, guys, there is a link here. Check out the Kubernetes examples is there. Open this. Okay, open this in the new tab. Now here in this particular page, you see there are a lot of stuff here. There are some explanations also. You don't have to go with this explanation because anyhow I'm explaining. So first thing is that we have to deploy this hub, guys. Okay, this one. There is some YAML file, right? So open this in new tab. Selenium hub deployment .yaml. Open this in new tab. And when you open that in new tab, you'll get this kind of stuff. Okay, a lot of contents are there, right? YAML file contents are there here. So we don't have to do anything here. Simply copy them. Okay, to copy this contents of this YAML file, just click on this copy option, copy raw contents. Click on that. You see it got copied. Now open some editor, Notepad or Notepad++ in your machine, and here add the things. Okay, just add the contents, whatever the contents you copied from that YAML file, right, on the GitHub page, that you copy here, and without doing any changes, simply say file, save as, where I want to save. So choose some location where you want to save, guys. I'll save in my downloads, okay, because there it's kind of clean here. So I'll save in the downloads folder. You can save anywhere, and here I'll say Kubernetes Selenium Grid setup. Okay, some folder name I'm giving some randomly. Open this folder, guys. Inside this folder, with what name I will store is the same name I'll give. Selenium hyphen hub hyphen deployment. Okay, give the same name. Selenium hyphen hub hyphen deployment. Selenium hyphen hub hyphen deployment dot YAML. Okay, this is the extension. And here save as type as all types and save it. The file is saved. What next? The next is we have to also save the other things. Okay, close this one. This one is done. Close this again. On this page, after this Selenium hub deployment dot YAML thing, right? We have something known as these are Selenium hub, guys. If you want to deploy the Selenium Grid hub, okay, these are the instructions that are there in the YAML file. Okay, we have not deployed it. We just created the file YAML file in our machine in that downloads folder, some extra folder I created. There I created this YAML file in my local machine. Second thing is this service. I told you in the architecture here, right? After deploying the hub, we have to deploy the Kubernetes service, right? For this, guys, for this. So this is the link. Okay, open this YAML file again. Open this link for the YAML file, and again you will have some more contents about this Selenium hub service. Copy them. Same process, guys. Open new tab. Okay, and paste the contents of that Selenium hub service here, and say file, save as. This time save them again into the same location, downloads folder. In that folder, give that name. What is the name here? We have Selenium hyphen hub hyphen svc.yml. Okay, Selenium hyphen hub hyphen svc.yml. If I am correct, yes. Save all types. Okay, save as type as all types and save it. This is also done now. So at this moment, guys, if you go to the downloads folder, two files are already created. If you see in my downloads folder, you go to the downloads here. In this particular folder, there are two files, two YAML files already created. These are the two YAML files. We have to create few more YAML files, guys. Again, close this one for this service, whatever that is YAML file. That is close that one. And after these two things, here we can create this uh, Chrome. Okay, so Selenium Grid node for Chrome. Okay, Selenium Grid node for Firefox. We can do that, but the problem here is we cannot create many things, guys. Okay, because memory problem. Okay, this is my local machine, right? It doesn't have so much of configuration. Okay, so general configurations are like 8 GB RAM and all those 4 CPUs are like that. But to set up the Kubernetes, right, we need very bigger kind of machines having more higher configurations. Okay, but just for a sample, guys. Okay, instead of going behind the things, so I'll only take, instead of taking both Node Chrome and Node Firefox, right, I'll only show you Node Chrome. Okay, you can also do these things for Firefox also you can do, but I'll just stop with the Chrome. Okay, because that needs more resources, guys. To have multiple things, right, it will require more resources. Okay, so as a sample, I'll go with this YAML file for Selenium Grid node Chrome deployment. And here again contents are there. Copy these contents, guys. Copy them for Selenium node Chrome. And again here in the Notepad++, paste the contents. And there is one more thing, guys. Here replicas 2 means two Chrome nodes. Okay, two Selenium node Chromes. But here the problem I told you again, right? My laptop is not suitable for higher configurations, right? It's not a higher configured laptop, so it doesn't have so much of configuration. So let's reduce the number. Okay, I'm just show you the sample. That's it. Okay, in my machine is not suitable for complete creating the complete Kubernetes cluster and all. Okay, we need better machines. Okay, fine. Anyhow, just for the sample and just to see how the things are working and how we can run Selenium automation scripts on Selenium Grid that got set up on the Kubernetes cluster. Let me go with the sample. I will change the replicas to one, means only one Selenium Grid node for Chrome will be there on the Kubernetes cluster. Okay, one Selenium hub and one Selenium Grid node. Okay, for Chrome will be there where you can run your scripts on the Chrome browser. So replicas change it to one, guys, from 2 to 1. And here file, save as. Go to the same location in your downloads in the same folder. Here give the same name. So Selenium hyphen node hyphen Chrome. Selenium hyphen node. Selenium hyphen node hyphen Chrome hyphen deployment dot YAML. Okay, and save it as all types. Done. 3 YAML files I created, guys, in my downloads in one of the folder. So from this location where these YAML files are available, open the command prompt. Okay, select this location and say CMD. Okay, select this location and say CMD. You see the command prompt has been opened from the place where these YAML files are available. That is inside the Kubernetes Selenium Grid setup folder. These are available under the downloads. Okay, so command prompt has directly opened from here. This is a shortcut. Now let's follow the instructions, guys. Okay, this part is done, guys. We'll close all this stuff. Not required now. So come back here. Now let's deploy. Okay, let's deploy. So how to deploy, guys? For deploying also, here in this examples they have given some examples, guys. Okay, so the commands are given here. You can see here. If you want to deploy the Selenium Grid Hub, then you have to write the command like this: kubectl create hyphen hyphen file name is equal to, and the name of the file followed by extension. You have to give that. Okay, this is a command, guys. Okay, so this will create, this will deploy the Selenium Grid Hub onto the Kubernetes cluster. So for that, instead here either hyphen hyphen file name I can give, or I can give simply hyphen hub followed by the name of the file and the name of the YAML file and the extension of the YAML file. I'll give simply like this. Okay, instead of giving that much big, I'll simply give like this. So I opened the command prompt, guys, from this folder. Okay, from this folder I opened the command prompt, and this is how it is. You see, the location is Kubernetes Selenium Grid setup. Okay, here I'll run the commands kubectl, okay, create hyphen f followed by the name of the thing that you want to deploy. I want to first deploy the Selenium Hub, guys, so I'll go with Selenium hyphen hub hyphen deployment dot YAML. Okay, YAML kubectl create hyphen f Selenium hyphen hub hyphen deployment dot YAML. Okay, so you should get a proper message. You see, Selenium Hub has been deployed successfully. Okay, now go to the dashboard once, Kubernetes dashboard that we have earlier launched. So it's still in the pending process, guys. It will take some time to, write deploy. Okay, just refresh, keep refreshing here and see. If it is in green color, that means it got successfully deployed. Okay, not it. It's still in pending state, guys. Let's wait for that to get deployed completely. So it's deploying, guys. At this moment, the Selenium Hub is getting deployed onto the Kubernetes cluster. Okay. So once it is deployed, we can see these circles in green color. So let me refresh again. Not it. Let me pause and resume the video, guys, once it turns green. You see, after a while, guys, the deployment has been successfully done, guys. Okay, and it's currently running. You see, Selenium Hub is running on the Kubernetes cluster now. Okay, so you can select the parts here. Now, earlier there were no parts here, right? Now you can see the part that is currently running. So Selenium Hub, okay, is running now on the Kubernetes. Again, let's go to the workloads, and where we can see the entire status. That's fine. Now, one of the thing is deployed, guys. Now let's move on to the next one. Let's now, I told you as per the explanation, right, of setting up Selenium Grid Kubernetes architecture, right? We have to set up this service so that nodes, the later nodes, whatever I'm going to, okay, grid nodes, whatever I'm going to deploy, right? If they have to get connected to the hub, right, the service has to be run. So for that, I'll deploy this service, guys. Okay. So how to deploy the service? And here, you see, here we have the commands, guys. Okay. On this page, if you go to this examples page, right, here we have the commands for the service also. You see, this is the one, guys, right? Same command, guys, just the file name of the YAML file is different. Okay, so so let's do one thing. I'll just do like this: kubectl create. Here I'll give the name of that other one. Okay, that is Selenium hyphen hub hyphen svc. Copy this and right click and paste it here and say dot YAML and run this. You see, service is also created. Now go back here to the dashboard again and refresh again, guys. Okay, so it will not show you much. Okay, it will not show you much. That's okay. So next one, guys, service is deployed. That's okay, because anyhow we got the confirmation here. That's fine. Now you will see the difference in kind of grid nodes. Okay, Selenium grid nodes when we deploy. So as I mentioned, guys, we cannot deploy multiple grid nodes. Okay, we cannot deploy multiple grid nodes onto the Kubernetes, because you see, because of the kind of my machine configurations are not that much high. Okay, which cannot support that many number of kind of things. So I'll only set up one grid node as a sample. Okay, so that is that too for the Selenium container containing Selenium Chrome. Okay, where scripts can execute on the Chrome browser. Okay, that kind of Docker container you can say. So this is a command, guys. This is a command again saying kubectl create hyphen f and the name of the Chrome node and YAML file. Okay, so again go here and open this. Just run the command, guys. Okay, here at the end, right? Just give this name this time. Copy this name for the YAML file and just run like this. Okay, now dot YAML and run this. You see Selenium node Chrome is also done. Now go back here to the Kubernetes dashboard and you see already one deployment started. You see there should be two actually. Okay, one pending and one running. Selenium Hub is already running. If you go to the pods, right? You see there are two. Selenium Hub is already running. Node is yet to be deployed. It will take some time, guys. Okay, to deploy and start running on this Kubernetes, right? It will take some time. So I'll pause and resume the video once it turns green. Okay. As you can see, everything got turned green. That means it got deployed successfully and it's also running now, right? So you see here there are two deployments and as part of the deployments, right, the two pods got created and they are currently running. Okay, so they are currently in green color. You can see here. Fine. So now this is the thing. This is the thing. So what next? Okay, again let's go to the notes and continue the stuff. So we have deployed the Selenium Hub first, then deployed the Kubernetes service. Thereafter we deployed the Selenium Grid node. Okay, as part of that only one Selenium Grid node where Selenium Chrome container is running on that particular pod. Fine. Now the thing here is, guys, we need to check the Selenium Grid status. Okay, so one hub and one node status we have to check, not in the dashboard, guys, in the normal way of that we do in the Selenium Grid that way. So to do that, guys, in order to do that, we have to run this command minikube space service space selenium hyphen hub hyphen URL. This command we have to run. Let me run this command, guys. Minikube, okay, Selenium. You can run this command anywhere, no problem. Just in the command prompt, you have to run that's it. Okay. So minikube service selenium hyphen hub hyphen URL like this you have to run. Okay. In a while, you'll get some details of the IP address and port number where the Selenium hub and nodes, okay, we can access. So this is starting tunnel and all. You see it gave 3 URLs. Okay, mostly the first URL will be working it out. Okay, so next URLs will not be of no use. Mostly the first URL will work. Let's try this. Select this URL and say right click here. Okay. Right click here and say edit and copy. Okay, copy that and paste that URL here. Okay. So this is the thing that we got. Run this and see whether we can see the Selenium Grid and Grid node. Okay, you see hub is there and to that hub the node having the Chrome browser is now set up on the Kubernetes cluster. This is how we can see the status, guys. Okay, fine. Next one. What is the next one? Next one is next thing is, you see we have successfully set up, guys. Okay, we have successfully set up the Selenium Grid on Kubernetes cluster. Now the time has come for us to run our Selenium automation scripts on this Selenium Grid that has been set up on the Kubernetes cluster. Okay, so for that I'll open this Eclipse IDE. I'll open this Eclipse IDE where the sample Selenium automation project is there, which is already configured with Selenium. Okay, this project is already configured with the latest version of Selenium as per today's date. And here we have the sample class. Inside that we have the main method. Here I'll write the code. First I'll write desired capabilities. Okay, because I want to run the scripts on the Selenium Grid, right? So that's why I have to write like this. Okay, I should not be writing like I am going to run the scripts on the local Chrome browser and all. Here I'm going to run the scripts on the remote machine using the Selenium Grid. So desired capabilities, DC is equal to new desired capabilities. You have to write first desired capabilities. Then after that, over the mouse and say import this desired capabilities from Selenium and okay. So there is spelling mistake here. Desired capabilities. I is missing. Fine, done. Then after that, I have to say which browser I can run, guys. On the Kubernetes cluster, on which browser I can run? Chrome, right? Because I only deployed the Selenium Grid node for the Chrome. So I'll simply say set browser name as dc dot desired capability dot set browser name as Chrome. I'll say simple. Okay. Now here I'll say web driver is equal to new. Instead of saying Chrome driver and all, we have to say remote web driver. Okay, this is for the Selenium Grid remote web driver. Now import this web driver interface from Selenium. This project is already configured with Selenium, so I can import. Now here Here inside the remote WebDriver, I'll put a comma. There are two arguments required. First argument is new URL. And now hover the mouse on this URL and import this URL from java.net. And inside the URL, what I have to do, guys? What I have to type? I should not be typing http colon double slash localhost 4444 like that. You should not type. Okay, we have to go to this where we got this thing from, guys. Where we got this IP address and this port number from. When we have typed this command, right? That is a Minikube service Selenium hyphen hub hyphen hyphen URL. We got this IP address and port number we got, right? This one we have to take. Okay. Otherwise, you can copy it again if you want. Okay. Edit, copy this and come back here and paste it here. Okay. Slash w. Okay. D WebDriver slash hub. Okay. This is what you have to type, guys. Now here one more thing I have to give, that is I have to give this DC, guys, for which the Chrome browser has been set. Desired capability has been set. Done. Now import this remote WebDriver from Selenium. If you get this kind of thing, hover that and ignore the exception for a while. Done. Then I'll say driver dot manage dot. I'll write the Selenium automation code now. Okay. Window dot maximize. Then driver dot get. I'll open this application URL. I'll take the sample application URL as this internet Heroku, guys. Okay. This is one good one. I'll go with this internet Heroku sample application. Copy this and come back here and paste the URL which I want to open. So what I want to do is I want to run a simple script, okay, where I want to get the title of this page. What is the title of this page, guys? Internet Heroku application page, the internet, right? I want to retrieve this title and print that in the output console of Eclipse IDE. So here I'll say driver dot get title, okay. So this command will retrieve the title of this page and get it printed in the output console because of println statement, okay. So I'll put a semicolon here. Save this. Done. Now here this is the simple script, guys. I don't want to explain a very big script here. Simple script I want to run on the Selenium Grid that has been set up on the Kubernetes cluster. Finally, I'll close the browser and the script is done. Okay. This is a very sample script which runs on the Selenium Grid, which has been set up on the Selenium Grid Kubernetes cluster. Okay. This because this is the URL, right, of that thing. Okay. Selenium Grid. This is the URL of the Selenium Grid and where the Selenium this is the IP address and port number where the Selenium Grid is running on the Kubernetes cluster, guys. On the Kubernetes cluster, this is IP and port number. Okay, so we have to give this URL. That's why. Run this. Right click, run as Java application. So it has to detect, guys. It will take a while to detect. You can also see here. So where is that? Yeah, here. Go to sessions and see if any sessions are getting detected here. We can see. Meanwhile, I'll also hover the mouse here. I can see. It will take a while to detect that grid node container on the Kubernetes cluster. Yeah, it detected, guys. It detected, you see, it detected W3C is coming here. I don't know what. Yeah, it also detected here. You see, the session is running, right, on the grid node. The script is running now. You can also check the video if you want, but it won't be. I didn't put timeouts, guys. Okay, so I didn't give proper times. Okay, I cannot see that. That's okay. Fine. If you get the output here, that is the title of the page, if printed mean that script has been successfully executed on the Selenium Grid that has been set up on the Kubernetes cluster. Okay. So this is what I wanted to demonstrate as part of this session, guys, by running the Selenium scripts on Selenium Grid that has been set up on the Kubernetes. Okay. Now the running part is done, guys. Now I want to clean up my machine, right? I want to clear up the stuff. Okay. So I want to remove that Selenium Grid setup from the Kubernetes, and then I want to stop the Minikube and all those stuff. For this, these are the post commands. Okay. So I already demonstrated, right, how to set up and how to run the scripts on Selenium Grid that has been set up on the Kubernetes. Now the post steps are to clean up your machine. For that, guys, I'll run these commands. Okay, I'll run these commands here. The first, okay, wherever I can see a possibility, I'll run. So first command here I'll run is kubectl delete -f. Okay. Oh, not here, guys, not here. Sorry. So you can only run from here. Okay. So where the files, YAML files are available, from there only you can run. But so this one is obstructing us. So what I'll do here is again I will open the command prompt from this location, cmd, and here I'll write kube, the place where this YAML files are available. From there only we will run the commands. Okay, kubectl create -f, the name of this file. So here guys, I wrongly typed create guys. I should not be writing create. I have to say delete. Okay, we are cleaning up, right? So delete and name of the file, right click and say .yaml. Okay, so what's going wrong? So let me check the command once again. I think I have forgot -f here. Okay. After delete, I have to provide -f. I will provide that. -f. Yeah, deleted guys. Next things also hub. I deleted the hub. I will delete the service and I will delete the Selenium Grid node. Okay. So again the same thing and remove this part and simply say copy this name. Copy this name and again right click paste and say .yaml. Done. It also will be deleted. Third one. Copy. Come back here. Right click. Say .yaml. Done. 3 got deleted guys. Now there is nothing. The next step is that we have to stop the Minikube guys. Okay, we'll now we can, once we deleted this deployed hub and service and Chrome Selenium Grid Chrome node, right? Just go here and refresh here. You should not get anything. You see, there is nothing to display because we deleted it, right? There's nothing to display because we deleted them. Okay, that is what is the status. Now let's stop the Minikube guys that I started in the beginning of this session, right? So I'll simply say where I can type this anywhere guys. Okay, Minikube stop. Okay, it will stop the Minikube in a while. Stopping the Minikube, powering off, and afterward that will delete the Minikube itself. Okay, powering off, it's still taking some time. Yeah, one node stop, done. So if you go here and to the dashboard and see now, when you say stop, right, and click on this pod, anyhow pods will not be there, but when you say nodes, right, you see there is nothing to display is coming when I click on the nodes. Okay, the reason behind that is like the Minikube has been stopped. You see, even this page is not coming. Okay, fine. Now simply I'll say Minikube delete. Okay, delete. Any containers are there, it will delete. Okay, in the Docker, if you see the containers, also this the container will be removed. Okay, in a while you see it will be deleted. You see, there are no containers now, but image is still there, guys. Okay, Docker image is still there. Okay, container got deleted, but Docker image is still there. It's done. Not yet. Let's wait. Yeah, remove all the traces and all. Container got deleted, Minikube container, but image is there, so we can manually remove this. Remove. Yeah, image also got removed. Done. So guys, we have successfully cleaned our machine from this setup. Okay. So hope guys you understood how to set up Selenium Grid on Kubernetes and thereafter how to run Selenium Automation Scripts on this Kubernetes cluster. So with this, we'll stop this session. So that's it guys. Thank you. Bye.